Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett says Jamaica's tourism industry must continue creating opportunities for local businesses and workers. He was speaking at a Thanksgiving luncheon marking the 27th anniversary of Leisure for Pleasure Holidays and Tours Limited at the Medallion Hall Hotel in St. Andrew. Minister Bartlett praised the Jamaican-owned company for its resilience through economic hardships, particularly the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tourism is driven by many what we call vicissitudes. In other words, we are subject to disruptions, many disruptions. We are a vulnerable industry. And you saw it with SARS, and you saw it with 9/11, and you saw it with COVID-19, and you saw it with Melissa. And what it requires at every step of the game is to pivot, to be adaptable, to be nimble, and to adjust quickly.
He also stressed the need for the tourism industry to continue benefiting Jamaican entrepreneurs, workers, and communities.
Authenticity and trust and confidence. And no AI can give that. Only you, the people, who can do it. And so I wanted to say that, and among other things, I wanted to all go through what has happened in the changes over the last 27 years. But you've picked it up. And I'm saving that for another group that I will have to speak to that need that kind of guidance. And so what I want you to then embrace with us is what the new tourism is going to offer. And you hear us talk about Tourism 3.0, which is a whole new look at how we insert ourselves in the critical value chain of tourism.
Leisure Holidays and Tours Limited has operated in Jamaica's tourism sector for nearly 3 decades. The Black River Hospital is set to receive a major boost in its recovery efforts. Scores of men from across Jamaica gathered at Brooks Park in Mandeville recently for the annual Men Who Cook charity event. Proceeds from the fundraiser will go towards rebuilding sections of the Black River Hospital, which was severely damaged during the passage of Hurricane Melissa. The event is a project of the Lions Club of Mandeville.
We are looking to assist the Black River Hospital recovery room and operating theatre with certain equipment that they have been badly affected, have been damaged during the Hurricane Melissa. And so we thought it would be helpful to see the Black River Hospital come back up to its prominence.
Chairman of the Southern Regional Health Authority, Michael Stern, who also participated as a chef, says that while supporting the cause, it is equally important to promote healthy eating habits.
20 odd years I've been supporting for the Mandeville Regional Hospital and for all the other clinics and hospitals they have participated in the past. And whatever it is that we can do to let them get some resources, we will come here and cook every year.
After months of struggling with a damaged roof caused by Hurricane Melissa and a declining student population, this year's Labor Day project for principal of the Lewistown Early Childhood School in St. Elizabeth was a long-awaited answer to prayers. Alia Bryant has the details. Back to that story. It's now time for a break. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It is now time for the Business Minute. The Bank of Jamaica has granted Barita Financial Group a license to operate as a financial holding company, marking a major regulatory milestone for the Cornerstone-led financial group. The license issued yesterday brings Barito Financial Group in line with the framework set out under the Banking Services Act, which requires financial groups to be structured for consolidated supervision by the central bank. The new structure is designed to strengthen governance, improve group-wide risk management, and clarify accountability across banking, securities, and related financial services activities. Further afield, U.S. President Donald Trump wants to keep the federal government in charge of regulating prediction markets. This according to a social media post he made on Tuesday. With sites like Kalshi and Polymarket, users can bet on real-world events like sports, elections, award shows, and more. The sites took off this year in a blooming industry that sees billions of dollars in weekly trading volume. Trump called it a major industry that needs protecting. And that's it for the Business Minute. And before we go to what's coming up in this evening's health report, news just coming in. 4 people were seriously injured following a fire and explosion at a beryllium compound on South Camp Road in Kingston this morning. The incident occurred between 8:30 and 9:15 while several workmen were reportedly carrying out body repairs on one of the company's courier trucks. Reports are that the explosion was heard that triggered a blaze which destroyed 3 courier trucks and caused minor damage to a 4th vehicle parked nearby. Now, we'll have more on this story in primetime news this evening. Now, here's a preview of what's coming up in this evening's health report.
In this evening's health report, we look at schizophrenia.
In fact, the brain is not fully developed before the age of 25, and you really shouldn't be using ganja before that age. But we're seeing young people, right? I don't know if the data is necessarily telling us that we're seeing an increase in young people, right, diagnosed with the condition. But we do know that the increased potency, the strength of the ganja put people at risk. Another thing that is cause for concern is the earlier age you start using ganja, right? That puts you at greater risk of developing psychotic disorder.
That's the health report in primetime news at 7. And now for today's healthy living tip. Seek early professional help for symptoms. Take medication as prescribed. Avoid drugs and alcohol, and lean on family and support systems.
Time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, Antigua and Barbuda has proposed a 6-point plan to strengthen regional border security within CARICOM. Speaking at the CARICOM meeting of Immigration and Customs Chiefs, Foreign Affairs Minister E.P. Chet Green outlined measures including a regional biometric travel pass, real-time customs data sharing, joint border intelligence units, and stronger passenger screening systems. Green says the proposals are practical and achievable, aimed at improving security while supporting the free movement of people and trade across the Caribbean. And on the international scene, new documents and testimonies suggest the war with Iran is placing added financial strain on the Pentagon, making it harder to fund military training and maintenance. An internal document shows a Texas-based Army headquarters overseeing about 70,000 troops faced with nearly $300 million in training budget cuts late last month. A separate memo also revealed reductions to some Army medical training courses. Military leaders are now appealing to Congress for additional funding, citing the war's growing impact on military readiness. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aliyah Bryant.
Thank you, Aliyah. We now head to our final break. When we come back, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.